So this is the tiny way door, and we're trying to work out how best to do this because we don't want it as it is. It's falling apart.
Oh, down here, look.
Splitting. Oh dear, yeah.
No, it's not split.
Oh,
That's been cut in there.
Right. Okay.
So that hasn't been done that way. That side,
Right.
but this side, it's been done that way.
Right. Okay.
So there's nothing actually fixing the hinge. And the hinge is actually fixed just with this little bit of 15mm bit of timber. So I was hoping to get away with not replacing this, but I got a feeling it's going to be replaced.
Right.
It's a shame,
Okay.
but there you go. So with this, we obviously need somewhere to put these instruments.
Yeah.
And we don't like them there.
No.
Well, I don't like them there. It just means that if you're sitting on the starboard side, you can obviously see them.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting on the port side, you probably could see them because they've angled them, but then it's
They're not the biggest displays, are they?
it's just odd, basically. It's just very odd. So the other question, just going back one a minute, is the fact that do we actually want a compass, a proper compass, or are we going to use this compass?
Try that compass. See how we get it.
No, well, the reason for that is the fact that I was thinking about up here. This is obviously a lip that stops water going into there, which I like.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like this design. It's horrible and it's not very good. No. So what I was thinking is, what about making this not too much bigger, but maybe a little bit further out, so that it has actually got, I suppose when it's shut, it has got cover.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep it the same sort of distance on, but take it up vertical there as a band,
So you've got
a curved band. So you're making a bit of a boxing across there.
So you've got something to fit instruments to up there.
Yeah. And then have them. I mean, these ones are obviously the small ones. We haven't got a case here, have we? The big one? No.
You're all at home along with all the other bits that you've been sneaking on.
But they're not much bigger.
Yeah.
They're about the same width, aren't they? They're just not.
Yeah, they're just
a bit nearer. I think they're actually that square. So that's sort of the height of them.
Yeah.
So what about having them there like that?
I like that.
And then have them across there.
Yeah. Okay. And have a normal compass in there?
Well, that's what I was saying, that thinking about putting maybe a normal compass in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Is that weird? Sit there. If you're sitting here, probably too high, to be honest. It's probably too high.
Probably is. You'll be squinting against the light and the sun. Maybe. Well, then when you're sailing, you're up on side decks normally.
Yeah, if you're up here, more of the boat.
Yeah. Be disassembling again.
If you're up here, steering with a thing, that's not so bad. To be honest, that was up there like that. Tad breezy. It makes them central so that there's the same visibility on both sides. The wiring, getting the wiring to and from it is probably just as easy as getting it to there, if not easier.
Yeah.
Than up there. I don't know, I quite like that in a way. Make it have a nice piece of Iroko in there. Make it part of the door frame thing.
We've had come up with to do some fiberglassing today, but we've got a slight problem. We've got everything we need to fiberglass except Gary's lost a box of brushes that he bought the other week. And the single brush that we found last week is now solid. It's more of a spatula.
Yeah, but we're still planning stuff, aren't we?
But throwing away that gunk we put in there last week.
That hole is probably not far enough forward to do a preventer for the boom, you know. So I'm tempted to take it off.
We still are debating these D-rings that are down the side. We don't know what they're for.
Anyway, come in here. I've got something I want to discuss with you. I think you're probably going to say no to. It is ominous. It is definitely ominous. So, you know, I've always hated these windows here we've got, because that comes down into there,
Yeah.
which is something or nothing.
Yeah.
Comes down into here. So I'm thinking, as soon as we're going to have to do some fiberglass in, and then we're going to buy new windows, why don't we fiberglass that in up to there completely?
So you lose this altogether?
You lose that altogether.
Oh, no, I don't know
I don't mind that personally.
that. Well, you might not. I don't. I don't like that.
And then what we could then do is put an opening window in there, and have an opening window in the heads as well.
Just a reminder of the heads. Are they standing any through for 3 years?
I think they smell fractionally better.
So we had the holding tank emptied this week. It wasn't so much emptied, it was swept, wasn't it?
Don't.
Material was
You don't even want to go describe. You don't even want to describe that.
solidified to soil.
You don't want to even describe that. It was. We've done more disassemblage. In fact, all we seem to have done is disassemble.
Taken.
We've taken how many towel ring holders? 1, 2, 3, 4 towel ring holders.
3 towel rails. 1 bin glued to the deck. The tank is full alarm. Kind of figured if it comes on when you're on the toilet, it's already too late. You put that on the instrument panel. That's the idea of this printer.
Why don't you like the fact that that's no window there? Because I don't think it makes an awful lot of difference. You've already said it's very bright in here.
Almost said it very quickly.
All right, we did last week. You said it's very bright in here.
Yeah. I like bright. I always thought you bright, but we can do bright. I just feel it, no. You just losing that all-round vision if you've got that on.
No, not really, because you can see you can see through there completely.
There's quite 16.
Well, you still got 360-degree vision. It's just not there.
So check it. Reynolds got her own opinion. She doesn't like it. No. Tell us what you think in the comments, guys.
Well, look, the other way of doing it, which I didn't want to suggest, but the other way of doing it, because I like the idea of having that bit a bit solid in there. The other way of doing it is to still fiberglass this bit in, but fiberglass it in up to say there, like that, and then go down, and then make a window. I just don't like the fact that this is against glass, because there's absolutely no way of making that look any better than it does already. Because you're putting this up against perspex that moves. You're trying to fix a structure against a glass window, which just looks rubbish. Exactly. Whereas you can have a nice,
We've got an opinion already.
you can have a nice,
Thinks it's rubbish as well.
you can have a nice opening window in there. Look, have a nice number 3 port light.
Template. We have to see.
Look, nice number 3 port light in there. Look, that would look absolutely lovely in there, and in the heads, make the heads smell better. I mean, if that was in there,
I just don't want all.
all right. So we have that in there like that. Makes that look a lot neater and tidier. I know. But I don't want to have to do this job again in the future.
Well, you don't.
Well, no, but I don't like the way it is at the moment. I absolutely hate all of this. Absolutely hate it. I reckon they sold those bits from the factory. I reckon that's actually. Do you reckon that's actually how it was? It's something that he's done.
Craft engineer, so it could be anything.
I mean, it's just an absolute daft way of doing it.
Not really. I think they thought they were killing two birds with one stone by getting some light in private area. I'm sure that was all completely deliberate. If they don't want to lose that vision behind them, of steering in.
See if that vision was
It's
there,
people
then
with blind
you can nice covered there.
spot. Yeah, probably.
It's hardly any of a blind spot because you can still see out through the aft windows.
Still a blind spot. Blind spot's a blind spot. If you're steering out there, you know you can see all around. If you're steering in here, you need to be able to see all around, don't you?
Well, I think you can see one out.
Well, you can't because we've got something in there. Fish eyes in here, but they don't do much for it. There's no need to start taping stuff up. I can visualize a window. And this is not fishing anyway, because we're not actually on water.
No, we're not. That's right.
You don't know what you need until you need it. To take something away deliberately just feels wrong. Worry about blinding.
Sorry?
Don't just worry about blinding.
I don't think that makes any difference at all because you can stand here and still look that way.
Well, you can if you move the curtain.
Because you'll be sitting, potentially you'll be sitting here anyway, looking out. You're not going to be looking like that.
You could also stand here and steer and be looking around me.
Yeah, and you still look that way out through there.
Well, but there's a whole chunk of that boat I can't see now until I move. Oh, okay, now put that there.
That's going to be edited out.
Till I have to move all the way around. But no, look. That boat.
Yeah, but we've already sailed past it.
It's a no from me.
All right. Okay. So what's you thinking about putting a window through there like that?
Trying to avoid the cost of another bloody window, but the frame. Oh God. There's a lot going on there.
I know. I mean,
Because you've got a cob on that you don't like it as it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to do it again in the future.
Well, you don't have to do it again, do you? There's nothing wrong with it as it is, apart from the fact that the windows need rebedding. But rebedding and fiberglass in and getting new frames made, because you know we've got aluminium frame specialists on speed dial. Not. I don't think it's worth the enormous amount of work that's going to be.
Okay.
Well, this is a debate that's going to run and run because when Gary gets an idea into his head, it's really difficult to shift it. I'm really anti blocking off any windows for the reasons I've explained, because I want 360 vision around me if we're steering from inside the pilot house. But I can see Gary's point, because when you look at that moulding from the outside of the window that's overlapping the entrance to either the heads or the aft cabin,
it's not. It doesn't look very pretty through the window, and I can understand why he's quite passionate about that. But I'm just being a tightwad and don't really want to spend the money on extra windows because we've just spent £2,000 on new windows for the saloon area, and this is quite a big expense. But I can promise you that this is a debate that's still got some leg room to run and run and run, I'm afraid. And we have since come to a final decision, but we'll tell you more about that in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you for watching once more. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you again next time. So, from Gary and me, cheers and gone.